Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Bernie Briefs. I'm your host, Class. This is my co-host,
Mr. J.
And we at it again, guys.
We would like to remind you, if you enjoyed this video, we would like you to go in the section below and like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah. And on today, we're going to talk about 3 movies that came out not too long ago during the summer.
Yeah, we're doing 3 movie reviews.
Yeah. Now, going on to our final video, or final movie we want to talk about, Black Widow. Which, I'm just going to say straight up. I'm just going to say straight up about this.
I'm afraid of what cancel culture is going to say.
I got to say this. Black Widow should have came out sooner.
Well, yeah.
I'm just going to make that case.
That's the obvious thing.
No, that's the thing. It wasn't. Because to Marvel Productions or Marvel Studios, they were like, oh, I don't know if we should put this movie out. A standalone female movie? I don't know if we can make something out of that. Really?
It should have come out a lot sooner.
Hell yeah.
One opinion I was given, and I agree with, a friend of mine said it should have come out after Iron Man 2 and before Iron Man 3. Right in that little sweet spot. Yeah. I would have been okay with it. You know, to see ScarJo as Black Widow again, yeah. I mean, a lot sooner, yeah. I definitely think it should have happened before Captain Marvel.
Yeah, and I'll say this.
I was a little annoyed that Captain Marvel got her first movie before Black Widow. I feel ScarJo had earned her spot and kind of earned that way before she did. Mm-hmm. You know, Captain Marvel just steps in, just like, I'm getting my own movie.
Yeah, that was
Brie Larson. I know who you are. Yeah.
That's a slap in the face, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie, because like ScarJo hasn't been in the franchise for a while. If anything, you should have. If not that time, you should have given it to Age of Ultron. They brought her origin to the story into that movie for a moment.
They brought it to light.
They could have literally gone continuation of that in the franchise. They could have gone from Age of Ultron, and then it could have been Black Widow standalone movie fighting these things and doing all this stuff. But that being said,
story wise, as far as the movie story wise, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Why it comes? They make it make sense.
Yeah.
Why it's released then.
Yeah.
But all of us are just like, this should have happened a lot sooner. And
it's clear because they were afraid that the franchise wasn't going to do so well, and that's kind of disappointing. You should trust.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mixed reviews. And I was a little disappointed in that, you know. I was expecting to just hear nothing but good stuff. Just like, it was awesome, man. Yeah, Marvel hit another one. I didn't hear that. Some people were like, it was good. It was great. Then there was another guy. It's like, I don't know. You know, there's a lot of this, and there's a lot of that, a lot of melodrama, and, you know, there's conversations that didn't need to happen as much.
Pretty much a lot of heart-to-heart.
Like, well, I'm pretty sure there was a reason for those conversations happening.
Yeah.
You know, drama between the mom, the sister, you know, information needed to be had, needed to get out, you know. I don't necessarily agree with that particular criticism. My criticism, I mean, can we even mention that?
Well, we can't mention the twist on a certain character, but
we can't.
No, it would be too much of a spoiler, but we could mention that there's something that gets revealed in the movie by a certain character, and I don't know how I feel about it.
I'll just say this. Taskmaster, you already know is in the movie. That's a given. That in itself is not a spoiler.
Yeah, that's an obvious fact.
It's just the level of abilities that he has in the movie are just nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you know Taskmaster in the comic realm,
you know, like he's basically able to just mimic everything that you do. He doesn't have increased
superhuman abilities, nothing like that. Never been mentioned.
Yeah, nothing like that. He's able to just copy everything that you do.
Yeah.
Really, one of the only people in the Marvel Universe he wasn't able to mimic was Deadpool. Yeah.
That's the only one. And because Deadpool was unpredictable.
Because you can't predict what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Getting sidetracked. Taskmaster is way too strong in this movie. He's basically the Terminator.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy that. I felt like they were taking a villain who already had a set background and story, and as well as a storyline with Black Widow herself, and they were just kind of messing that up. And I get it; they're still in the movie. You know, they're still an important part of the universe, but it's like when you see the movie, you'll understand what I mean. Because now, the relationship that Taskmaster had with Natasha in the comic is going to be very different than what you see in the movie. Let's just say that.
Yeah. On top of that, well, I mean, here's my criticism of it is the fact that the main villain in the movie.
You really had a problem with that.
I had a problem with that because they didn't put the main villain that much in the movie, and that's Taskmaster. I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't like that. I really didn't like that. The fact is because you put him in the trailer to make it seem like he's gonna be a big factor into the movie. You know, like he's gonna be the main, the opponent.
Big bad.
The main big bad guy. And then later on, it becomes not really exactly what you expect, and then Taskmaster isn't really brought into the movie as much. There's a scene where there's Taskmaster and another character who are going to get a chance to go mano a mano, and they cut it. That's not a spoiler. That's just a fact. You're going to see a scene in the movie. You're going to be like, oh, this is going to be great, and then out of nowhere, boop, disappeared out of thin air. Now here's a little good place. Oh, it's gone again. Like, that I don't like. If you're going to use a villain like that, use it. Okay? Don't make him just chase and make him just look cool in a costume, because he looked bad to the bone in the costume.
He looked pretty dope.
But as far as, like, we get to see really the skill set as much, we got to see just a little taste. Like, if we were cutting a little piece of steak, you got a little nibble of it. That's it. It was not even good enough. It was half of what we could have expected from the villains' characters. But as far as the story-wise, Black Widow, it was great. Great narrative, great story concept, the whole idea, right where it was placed. They did a great job connecting it together to the Marvel Universe realm. Like, you could probably watch this movie at a certain time you watch another movie. Like Civil War, it's right between that. Okay?
Story-wise, yeah, it takes place right after Civil War.
Yep.
Right before Infinity War.
Exactly, right between that. So I don't know. My understanding was maybe you could have just put it out then. What?
Look, man, we've already had the conversation. This movie should have come out a long time ago.
Yes. And on a scale of 1 to 10,
Scarlett Johansson's even over there just like, I should have had my own movie like a long time ago, but I was saying.
I wasn't saying anything for a minute, but it's kind of messed up. You didn't.
She had to have been thinking it.
Yeah, she probably was like, "How is it Iron Man got 3 movies?
Yeah, look,
Thor got 2 movies, 3 movies now."
I haven't heard anything. I do not know Scarlett Johansson on a personal level.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I did.
Me too. She's cool.
No, really, she seems like a dope person.
Yeah, I've seen her on Hot Ones or Hot Wings or something like that. I think it's Hot Ones. She was funny in there.
What the hell's Hot?
Oh, it's a show about where they eat chicken
that
wings.
show, yeah, no.
She's fun there.
Yeah, she's actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
But, getting sidetracked.
But as far as the movie...
She had to have been thinking it, especially when, Brie Larson shows up in Captain Marvel and she's like, I'm getting my own movie. She's just like, what?
Really, guys?
Her?
Really? How long has she been here? Oh, she just showed up? Oh, thanks.
Now... Let's see, I wonder if I can mention this without cancel culture stringing me up.
Here we go.
The entire girl power movement, not against it, not knocking it.
No.
More power to you. Captain Marvel, the movie, in itself as a whole, was like a girl power parade. Like, woo! Yeah. Girl power! Throwing streamers, and there was a parade, and there was a whole thing.
Yeah.
That's the level of girl power that was in this movie. In Captain Marvel, just to be clear. Black Widow, it was about girl power, but it was like a whisper. It was like, girl power.
Yeah. They kind of show more of the strength in this movie. You got to see a lot more a female perspective of fight skills and fight scenes. It was great.
It was definitely... This movie is filled with a bunch of strong women characters. And you will love just about every one of them.
Yep. I'll even throw... I'll give it to the sister. Yeah, look, the sister was fun.
The sister was my favorite part of the entire movie.
Yeah, she was probably the one... Besides Scarlett, she was probably the best part about the movie.
Yeah.
Her humor, her whole essence, even her performance, honestly, she was great.
I guess... being a guy, sometimes we have a darker or a more morbid sense of humor. So, you know, the jokes that she mentions, you know, I can't really go into it too much. But,
One on room for you.
Yeah, no, she definitely has a lot of like little jokes that, you know, get a couple dudes to chuckle.
Yeah, it did stick. It's good because like you would think that we're gonna be like, this isn't funny. Women can't make you laugh.
No, never. Hey, she did.
Oh damn!
Right? Yeah, no. This is a thinker.
I mean, I'm gonna give it to this on a scale of 1 to 10. It's a 9 to me.
Yeah.
The only reason why I didn't give it a complete 10, and not because I'm trying to be sexist or anything,
because the villain.
It's the villain. That's the only thing I cared about. It's like if you didn't get like
that was
that's
my issue
peeve.
with the villain.
Yeah, my pet peeve is that you guys didn't use the villain when you could. It was a great villain to really take advantage of. In my book, it was better than Thor the Dark World's dark elf guy.
There's a change that's going to be made to Taskmaster that we can't mention.
Yeah.
That's not my issue with it. I'm just saying. My issue with Taskmaster was that he was basically the Terminator in this movie. He was way too strong, he was way too powerful. And that, and giving the position where he's in the movie, changes a lot of things. And where the relationship ends at the end of the movie, you know, that kind of leaves a lot of little questions, you know. But I mean,
that's true.
This is the last time she's going to play back Black Widow, so
yeah, it is.
I guess we can't complain.
Yeah, okay. I mean, look, there's this, and on top of that, this movie hints out a little thing about you know, Black Widow's continuation in this.
Yeah, it does.
So
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm okay with it too. But on a scale of 1, like we said, I already scaled it to 9. What did you scale it? 9. So we're gonna leave it at that, guys. Honestly, we pretty much gave you 3 great movies you guys can consider. Well, 2 great movies you can consider. Yeah. You were like, whoa, hold on, not that third.
Hold on.
Remember that first one was up. But the other 2 we're talking about, honestly, I think it's promising.
Look, Black Widow was great. Suicide Squad was good. Fast 9 was, I want 2.5 hours of my life back.
Alright guys, so we're going to leave it at that. If you guys like this, you know what you guys can do. Alright, catch you guys later. Peace.